Hey everyone, welcome back for another video. Today we are out exploring. I'm with my daughter and we have some friends meeting up with us, but we are at the Acadian Village in Lafayette, Louisiana. I have this little sign right here with some information, probably some more like this. I will show you guys and tell you guys about the history of the place. But we're gonna have a fun day exploring, and we're gonna have a two-part video for this day of exploring out here. So this first one's gonna be the Acadian Village in Lafayette, Louisiana. The second one, we are going to the Myrtles Plantation, which is one of the most haunted places in America. My daughter's right here with me, and we're super excited. So I can't wait for the Myrtles Plantation. Be on the lookout for that video. Okay, so this is the Acadian Village. Right here, it doesn't say too much information about it. Let's see, 250th anniversary of the Acadians of Louisiana. We are from Louisiana. We are now entering the Acadian Village. I'm not really sure where to go first. I think we need to go to the gift shop to buy our self-guided tour tickets. All right, so this first building right to the left, as soon as you enter the place, that is where we bought our tickets at the gift shop, and we found some freeze-dried candy, and I'm super excited to try that. Hey y'all, so we just got these sour candies. My face is a little sour. These are good, but these are the freeze-dried gummy worms. We got this from the gift shop when we went and bought our self-guided tour tickets. We're still waiting on our friends, but yeah, these freeze-dried gummy worms, I didn't know they would like get this big when they're freeze-dried. They're really good. I already had this flavor, but they're like huge. Sour, very sour. All right, so this is the pamphlet we received when we bought our tickets. I'm just going to quickly show you guys, but as the video goes on and I show you around the village, I will just read from this pamphlet because I still have it. I kept it, and yes, I can just read all the information and history about the place. It's very interesting. So that's the plan for this video. I'm gonna walk through. I'm gonna show you guys some of the places, some of the villages here, while I read the information, give you the history about it. At the end of this video, if I can remember, I will take pictures of my pamphlet I have and just insert the pictures at the very end if you like to pause and read it yourself. But yeah, this place was very interesting. I'm glad my friend recommended to come here for one of our daycation adventures. Right here on the side of the gift shop, they have some food that you can buy for the ducks and the fish in the pond. So my daughter, she's getting some change out of her purse right now for her and her little friends to feed the ducks and throw some at the turtles and the fish in the pond. The kids seem to have liked that. So if you have kids with you coming here, bring some change so they can feed the ducks and the fish and the turtles in the pond. You know, kids, they really enjoyed that. So I figured I would throw this clip in there. But those ducks know that they're about to get some food. So, okay, so way back there in the background, I don't know if you can see it or not, but there is space that you can rent out for like family reunions, birthday parties, any kind of events. But there was something going on back there. They had big inflatables, like those blow-up inflatables for the kids and all. So there was some kind of event going on back there. So we wasn't able to go back there at all because it's something that you just rent out. But this front area, we're about to get started and hit the first little house. And yeah, so let's just go ahead and see what they got. All right, so as I show you guys the inside of this first house, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about Acadian Village from reading from the pamphlet. So here we go. Approximately 400 years ago, a small group of men and women left their hometowns in France and sailed to Canada, where they settled along the eastern coast. They befriended the Indians, devised a resourceful way to drain the salty marshlands, and gradually made their tiny settlements into prosperous farms and trading posts. They came to the New World speaking a regional French dialect, which then evolved into an even more distinct dialect known as Acadian, like the people. These little settlements were not considered important to the King of France nor the British Crown. The Acadians promised not to take sides in any war and remained at peace in Nova Scotia for about 150 years. In 1754, Major Charles Lawrence illegally demanded that the Acadians sign a loyalty oath to the English king and repudiate their Catholic religion. When the Acadians refused, the men were forced from their families and arrested. Within days, all the farms, barns, churches, and shops that made up the Acadian colonies were burned to a crisp. So were their crops and livestock. A mass expulsion ensued. Amid total chaos, families were separated and forced onto hastily assembled ships. What followed were years and years of aimless wandering. Some Acadians landed in England and were promptly arrested. Some went to France and were treated as outcasts. Others arrived at ports along the east coast of the American colonies. In 1764, one of the ships arrived in Louisiana, which at that time was a colony ruled by Spain. The Spanish governor, Galvez, saw an advantage to their presence as a counter-influence to the British settlements nearby. Over the next 20 years, about 3,000 Acadians found their way to Louisiana. They settled the mosquito-infested swamps, bayous, and prairies that nobody wanted. They did the back-breaking jobs and others would not do. With their strange-sounding dialect, they were even rejected by other Frenchmen already in Louisiana. Poor and illiterate, with a language, culture, and customs that set them apart, the Acadians had only each other. This mentality towards the Acadians continued until the aftermath of the Civil War, which devastated the economy and social structure of the South. With poverty so widespread, what difference did it make that the Acadians were poor? If anything, they had already proven their capacity to survive a hostile world with close community and family ties. Gradually, Acadians began to marry non-Acadians. The new spouses often learned to speak French and were absorbed into the population that came to be known as Cajun. Today, Cajun is a proud and celebrated heritage, rich in traditions and in a unique way of life. Okay, so I just read what they have in the little pamphlet I received in the gift shop when we bought our self-guided tour tickets about the history of the place. This place is pretty neat. I love looking at old places and learning new things, I love looking at old paintings, old pictures, old newspaper clippings, and this place is full of it. Full of it. I would be here all day if I took my time and really looked at everything. So I tried to get as much on my video camera as I can. So if you need to pause the video at any time to read something or to really look at something, better, feel free to pause it or pause it to read it. Before I go into each house, I do have a little frame that I put with the text about each house before we go into there. I really was not sure how I was going to film or edit this video. It was just a trip. We call it a daycation, a field trip, small little road trip, just to go do something fun. It was a few hour drive, but it was very doable. We made a whole day of it, me and my friends and I. And then after this place, we took another little road trip to the Myrtles plantation, which I've already edited that video and posted that. So if you're interested in the Myrtles plantation, that is one of the most haunted places in America. Very interesting, very beautiful place. That place is also full of history. If you're into those types of things, learning about history and ghost stories and plantations and all that kind of stuff, go on to my channel and look for that video. It's a very beautiful place. But yeah, so I think for the rest of this video, I'm just going to maybe put some music behind it while you look at the rest of the video. There's really not much more for me to say. I don't want to let the sound that I originally have on my video play because it might get a little annoying with everybody talking over each other and the noise and everything like that. So I'm just going to put some music over for the rest of it. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy this video. I know I did. I really enjoy this. My friend Stacy, she recommended this place for us to go to. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, that's fine. Let's go do a field trip on it. And while we're at it, let's go to the Myrtles plantation too. So that's exactly what we did. Yeah, so I hope you enjoy this video, and then let's just play some music while we look at the beautiful place and read about all the history and look at all the old pictures. It's full of old pictures. All right, so I hope you guys enjoy it. Alright, so we're all done exploring at the Acadian Village in Lafayette, Louisiana. We are now in Prejean's restaurant. I cannot remember if this is the same city or not. I'm really not sure. So we're planning on eating lunch here at Prejean's, and after this we're going to be heading to the Myrtles plantation. Oh, I can't wait for that. I do have that video posted if you're interested. So those nachos are crawfish nachos, and oh man, are they so good. Everybody's food at this restaurant was so good. I do have to say, this was a really good restaurant, okay? So we had the crawfish nachos. My daughter ordered I believe it's the crawfish enchiladas, it was called. Then I had a small bowl of the seafood gumbo and a side of potato salad. Yeah, so we're just here eating lunch, talking about our little trip at the Acadian Village, and we're all excited to go on to the Myrtles plantation after this. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I enjoy making them, you know, taking these field trips, learning about things that's in my area or close by where we could take day-long road trips. All right, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching, you guys.